Hi, Taurus. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for October 2025. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in October and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there, so you might want to check that out. This recording is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. I'm using the Tarot Mucha Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Taurus, now onto your October 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. And stick around to the end of the video if you want to see a picture of Maxie Boy, the snoring dog you hear in the background. So at the end of the video, I'll have a picture of Max for you. That I'm trying to do a different thing every month with Max. So be on the lookout for that. So the first card you have, Taurus, is the King of Rods. And the King of Rods is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign person. This could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is a fire sign, or if you're born on the cusp of Aries and Taurus. You may be going round and round with this person in October. You may feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew with this person. This could be somebody that's trying to be authoritative with you and demonstrate their authority or impose like rules, restrictions, regulations on you. This could be a boss. It could be somebody you have to deal with in a company or association, a business or institution of some sort that has clout and authority that you have to deal with. Could be, you know, in some insurance company you're dealing with, or some, you know, government agency you have to deal with, or, you know, like I said, could be your boss. Could even be a significant other to you, or somebody that runs and is in charge of a club, group, or organization that you belong to. They could be kind of critical of you. They may be saying, Taurus, you think you have everything under control, but you really don't. That could be what this King of Rods person is thinking. This could also be somebody that you look at like is stirring up trouble. So this could be somebody in a family situation or in a friendship group that you feel like is trying to stir the pot, get people agitated with each other, or like maybe they want to have the argument and fight. This could also be somebody in your life that's starting to feel guilty about something they did or said in the past. So this could be a fire sign person connected to you that now has guilt. But remember, it could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that's a fire sign. Maybe you're starting to feel guilty about something. This is somebody, I go back to the original vein of messages there, where I feel like this is somebody that could be like demanding respect. You know, they like that authoritative, I want respect energy. So, you know how sometimes people like that are very small people, and they like sometimes people that are small in their thoughts, their emotions, their behaviors, they want to act real big and puffed up and want respect. So they could actually be somebody that is trying to compensate for their smallness by demanding respect. So you have to see how this fits into your life. You know, it is a general reading, right? Like I always say. So think about who this sounds like for you. And you could be going round and round and maybe having discussions and arguments with them. Maybe not arguments, but, you know, like disagreements, maybe calm disagreements possibly. So the next card in your reading is the Two of Cups, and this is fate, destined, meant to be, preordained, love relationship, twin flames, soulmate energy. But Two of Cups can mean other things, and sometimes you have soulmate energy with somebody like a friend or a relative. It's not always romance, but a lot of times this card comes up with fate, destined, meant to be, preordained, love relationship. This could have to do with you being bound to somebody legally. So there could be a legal bond here. Could be a spouse, your significant other. You could be legally bound to them. Some of you that are married or seriously coupled may be talking about with your significant other about going on a dream trip or vacation or moving. Those two topics could be swirling around if you're already coupled. Some of you that are coupled or getting in a serious relationship with someone may be very much focused on planting roots. Even if you're single, that could still be coming up for you, where you want to put down roots somewhere and make something like your forever home or long-term residence. If you're bound to somebody by obligation, the two of you may need to sort things out. And it could be sorting things out to get along better. It could be sorting things out if there's any kind of documents, paperwork, wills, estates, any other things, mortgages, anything that you need to straighten out. It could be paperwork and document and financial related, or it could be sorting things out if the two of you have had some kind of not getting along. Because, the eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 7th was really focusing on relationships. So if any relationship breakups or problems or emotions connected to a relationship for you got kicked up and stirred up by that eclipse, you could be trying to set things right, settle things because of that. That eclipse could have done something here between you and a love partner. You may feel like you want to come together and clear the air. If you've broken up with somebody, you may want to have a meeting with them and clear the air. But that could be the energy if you have soulmate energy with somebody else, a relationship of some other kind, a business partnership, a family relationship, and you had emotionalism kick up or things that got stirred up or unresolved with them. You may want to try to settle things and have a sit down and resolve things with that person in October. The next card in your reading, Taurus, is the Eight of Cups, and this is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off on a new journey with a stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey is unknown, you're still willing to take it. There could be something you've built, and now you have to leave it. It could have been a career, it could have been a business, it could be a love relationship, could be a friendship, could be a home, but something you built, you're deciding to leave it. there's some feeling of like, I can't cross these bridges anymore. I'm done with it. So wherever you feel like it's like a bridge too far to cross anymore, you're going to walk away from it. Some of you, there's some things going on at a company or business that you work for or do business with that they're rolling out and you're not happy with it and you don't like it. So you're either not going to do business with them anymore, or if you work for them, you're going to leave. You may even feel like, you know what? I know how to do this stuff elsewhere. I'm going to do this on my own. Because I see you taking your ball and going home. And when you go home, you're going to be able to create or recreate something very similar or maybe even exact to what you were doing for someone else. If you worked for another business or company or did business with another company, you may be like, I got all the info, intel, knowledge, experience, and wherewithal, and all this and that. I'm doing it on my own. See ya. That could be what you're doing. You could also have had it with some kind of experience that you are fed up with how people have treated you. Now, where did that happen? Does it happen in a family situation and you're like, you guys are treating me bad, bye. I'm not going to deal with you anymore. Or it could be at work. I don't like the way you're treating me at work. Bye. So it could also be how you've been treated. So for some of you, it's like how the business or company you worked for or did business with have changed and rolled out things you don't like, and you're like not doing business with you guys anymore. Some of you, it's I don't like, what's going on, and I'm going to go start my own thing. And for others of you, it could be how you were treated in a family or maybe even a club, group, or organization that you belong to. And maybe you felt like people were getting too uppity or rude, or people were like being disrespectful or, rude to you personally, or, and if you don't like the way you were treated somewhere, you could be saying goodbye in the month of October. Could even go on even further in November. In November. So before I go on to the last two cards in your reading, I just want to let you know we had two eclipses in September, one on the 7th and the other one on the 21st. You're being affected by these eclipses for at least strongly for the first 3 months. Some of you will be affected by those eclipses for the next 6 months, 9 months, and some cases even up to a year. So if you want to see how these eclipses are affecting you and will be affecting you, you can get the special video series I recorded for each of those eclipses on my Vimeo on-demand pages or on my Patreon at the shop tab. The videos are the same in both places. So the first one is the eclipse effects from the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, September 7th, 2025, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. And the second video series is the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, September 21st, 2025, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. I use the same format in both video series. Many people over the years have told me they feel like the eclipse videos are like private readings. And remember, you have to wait for the predictions to come out. Like, I saw somebody recently say, well, this isn't happening to me. And somebody else in the comments wrote, well, they're predictions. You have to wait and see. So you do have to wait. Sometimes this stuff, some people, they'll say, oh, this already happened. But, some people will say it happens far later. So you have to remember timing is a construct of man. But you can go back and watch these readings over and over again. Once you purchase them and download them, go back and listen. So the links are down below in the description box in the Show More section under this video. They're also on my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page, and you can get them on Patreon, and the link to my Patreon is down below and on my website on the videos page, and those videos are on the shop tab. Also, don't forget, you might want to get my psychic crystal readings for October 2025. For each sign of the zodiac, they are a continuation and an expansion of these tarot readings that I do right here. And I give you more messages and more predictions from my spirit guides by looking into this crystal. So you might want to check them out. Links down below and on my website and on Patreon. So if I got to say thank you. Thank you for your purchases. I do truly appreciate it. It does help me a lot. And it means a lot to me. It is what keeps this channel going. The ad revenue on this channel, because my numbers do not go up and my videos do not seem to get recommended to new people, it's very small. So I need other things to supplement, and hopefully these videos help you. And your purchases of them definitely help me. So thank you so much for that. So now on to your card number 4, and you have the moon. And the moon can be romance. It can also be secrecy and deception in romance. It could be secrecy by itself, romance by itself. It could indicate heightened psychic ability and intuition, that yours could be increasing in October. It could indicate something is an illusion, or it can also indicate dreams, and maybe even precognitive dreams. You may feel like many things are pressing down on you, either mentally or emotionally, relationship-wise, whether you're in one or not in one, because that could be pressing down on you. If you're not in a love relationship and you want to be in one, that could be pressing down on you, or it could be a love relationship you're in, and there could be things in that relationship that are pressing down on you. You may feel like you're juggling a lot this month, like thoughts of moving, things changing in your job or in your love relationship. You may feel like you're juggling a lot of things, or you're on some kind of Ferris wheel or merry-go-round. Like you don't really, like so many things are moving, shifting, changing. Some of you, if you're single or not, you could be having an affair. Some of you are going to start to see someone new, romantically speaking. And I feel it's closer to the end of the month, like from the 22nd onward. You could become very brave and tell somebody how you feel about them. Now, that could be in a romantic sense. Maybe you're dating somebody and you're like, well, we haven't said I love you yet, or I haven't told them how I really feel about them yet. You may find that courage and bravery to do that. But it could also be on another note. Maybe you're in a relationship with somebody and you have feelings about them that you don't like, that you're disturbed about. You may have courage and bravery to tell, so whether it's positive feelings about somebody or negative feelings about somebody. It's a general reading, so I can't tell which Tauruses I'm talking to there. You got to sort that out about how that applies to you. You have to be careful you don't get taken advantage of, and that anything that you've done or worked on isn't taken by somebody else and then they sell it or profit off of it. You have to be careful of that. And you need to be careful of someone using you. Now, that could be sexually using you, but it could be using you in other forms. Using you to get a job, using you by trying to get ahead by stealing your work, using you, to get you to do things for them, and then you don't really deliver on your end of the bargain. Like, be careful of people using you in October and November. But I do get some of you are going to start to have feelings for someone. If you start dating somebody new or you recently started, there could be, love and romantic feelings could kick up for you. So for some of you, this is actual romance. So the last card in your reading is the Page of Cups, and this is a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising sign person. It could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is a water sign. This pages can also be children, or they can be adults that are immature or young at heart, and pages can bring messages, and this message would be of intuition, psychic ability, or emotions. You could feel like you owe this person something. This could be an employee to you, and you may feel like, I need to give them a bigger position of power and give them a raise. Or it could be a child to you, and you may feel like maybe they work for you, and you may feel like, yeah, I got to give them more money, or I got to give them a raise. Or maybe if you give them an allowance, you feel like you have to give them, you want to give them an allowance. This could be somebody to you that is singing their own praises of how great they've done with something. So they could be crowing about like some project or work or something they did. And they may be wanting you to think highly of them or look favorably on them. That may be why they're doing that. This could be somebody that you're dealing with that wants to they may be insistent on taking something up to the next level. So if you're in a relationship with a water sign person, they may be telling you, well, we need to expand this relationship. We should move in together, or we should get engaged, or we should get married, or we should have a child together. This could be somebody that's like kind of being insistent. Now, if you have children, a child that's a water sign, the child could be insistent about getting their way, or wanting something in particular, and they could be kind of insistent about it. This could also be somebody that wants you to support them or sponsor them in something. Again, it could be a child, it could be an employee, it could be another relative of some sort, or somebody else in your life that's looking for you to give them money or sponsor them, or to maybe even emotionally support them in some way, because I get them looking for approval from you. They want your help or support in some way. If you're in a relationship with this water sign person, you guys may decide you want to seek professional help and counseling to sort out or solve any disputes or disagreements or difficulties that the two of you may be having with each other. Now, whether it's, it could be a professional, like a therapist, you might want to go to that kind of counseling, but it could be, counsel can come from other people. It doesn't always have to be a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or or somebody with the name therapist connected to it. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Tauruses to work with, use, and wear. Aries also got the same gemstone for October 2025, is aquamarine. And aquamarine is a great cleansing stone. It evokes relaxation and calm. It helps reduce stress, and it calms the mind. Aquamarine is associated with trusting and letting go. It can invoke tolerance of others and helps to overcome judgmentalism. Aquamarine has an affinity with sensitive people. It is going to be a calming stone for you. I get you wearing it or carrying it or holding it, and I get you breathing a sigh of relief. For you in particular, it feels like aquamarine could induce prosperity in your life in October. So if you have to do any kind of business dealings or making any business deals or arrangements or things you're doing financially, I feel like it could help you out financially. It's also going to help you get more in balance and back on track. So if you feel like your life has gotten kind of, off kilter and not in balance, it's going to help you get your life on track in some way. It's also going to help you with really have good concentration and focus in October. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And if you're interested in any of the special video series I record on very specific topics, bringing you more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, you can get them on my Vimeo on-demand videos and also on my Patreon shop tab. I've created a list you can read here on this slide. They are also linked below this video in the description box and on my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. So I wish you all a very happy, healthy, and wonderfully blessed month of October. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.